What's good, everybody? Welcome to part two
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on
basketball
2K Sports.
discussions. Now,
NBA
when I'm having these discussions, I want to make it very clear that when I'm comparing teams or comparing eras, I'm looking at these games in a playoff scenario. All right, so as I talk about the Heat and Bulls, I'm the Miami Heat. I'm going against the Bulls. But I'm talking about this in a playoff scenario. Right. So, if y'all know, if y'all play 2K or if you play regular online games in 2K, then y'all know that this Bulls team is a Tier 2 team. This 05-06 Miami Heat team is the team that beat the Dallas Mavericks. And pretty much Dallas won the first two games, and then Miami won the next four. So they pretty much swept them. They won 3 games in a row in Miami, and then won the last game in Dallas to clinch themselves a championship. So my thing is, if Miami won a championship, how are they considered a Tier 2 team? I don't feel like any championship team should be anything but Tier 1. If winning a championship is the ultimate goal and these teams accomplish that, there's nothing higher to do. So I don't believe a team can be higher than a team that won a championship. I believe it can be on the same level.
Okay, D-Wade.
But what you're pretty much telling me is this Miami Heat team right now can't beat the Los Angeles Lakers team right now. I just find that very hard to believe. If they was playing against the Lakers, for example, or they was playing against today's Lakers, you take James Posey, who I started in this lineup, and I'm going to give y'all my starters in a minute. But you take James Posey, put him on LeBron, right? You can put Udonis Haslem or Shaquille O'Neal on Anthony Davis, but they're probably going to play some type of zone up in there just simply because Anthony Davis can take it to the outside. But without them, if they put Dwight Howard in there, then you just live with Udonis Haslem on Anthony Davis. Which I'm pretty sure, if y'all know anything about Udonis Haslem, Miami would have been fine with that. So you have Jason Williams going against Russell Westbrook, and even though Russell Westbrook is probably the more accomplished player as far as career, Jason Williams is a really good ball handler. I'm pretty sure he could have got by Russell Westbrook. And then you got Wade or whoever, I don't care, Stanley Johnson or Austin Reeves, I don't really care who, but one of those guys has to guard Wade, and whoever you put on Wade, the other guy has to guard Antoine Walker. Right? I mean, I gave you 6 people, but you kind of get my drift. Like, no matter how you look at it, Wade is going to have a mismatch somewhere. Shaq going to have a mismatch. I don't care if you put Anthony Davis or Dwight on him. Still a mismatch. Shaq is Shaq. All right, so why is that team considered a Tier 1 team and this championship team considered Tier 2? So in this particular game, I started Jason Williams at the 1, Dwayne Wade at the 2, James Posey at the 3, Antoine Walker at the 4, Shaq at the 5. It's a more modern day look. I mean, at times that could have been a starting lineup for Miami, but more than likely, Udonis Haslem would have started at the 4. You would have bring James Posey off the bench, start Antoine Walker at the 3.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed
and you live with Williams and Wade just running the show as the guard. So no matter how you look at it, that is a championship team with a lot of, like, I mean, these players have had a lot of accomplishments. James Posey, Udonis Haslem, Antoine Walker, Gary Payton, Alonzo Mourning, who's backing up Shaq. Like, all these players are accomplished players. And you're comparing these guys to Caruso, Javonte Green, Derrick Jones Jr., Tristan Thompson, who I like Tristan Thompson a lot, but Kobe White, like, that's who you're comparing. You're comparing as a backup to Kobe White as a backup.
When he does, he's
You see what I'm saying?
with power.
Like, honestly, it's just not fair to even put these two in the same
Haslam can't
tier.
get it to go.
I mean, I clearly have the advantage in this matchup. Now, some teams that I've considered to be title contender teams, I'm fine with them if you would have ranked them here too. Such as the Clippers, with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. If you want to say that team is a tier 2 team,
For Miami.
I'm fine with that. That pretty much compares with a lot of these tier 2 teams that you see today.
Find the holes in the defense.
You know, I can see how that Clippers team and the Dallas Mavericks right now could have a pretty interesting series. You know, you probably put Matt Barnes on Luka, but Luka's going to be Luka. We've seen him do this against Paul George and Kawhi, so... I mean, I get it, but Chris Paul would have been great. Blake Griffin would have been great. DeAndre Jordan would have been a rim protector and live threat. So,
Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams.
I mean, that would have been a very interesting matchup. You know,
Caruso's got his first
but
points in this one.
to pick a championship team
It's been a major aspect of their
against some of these things, it's just,
their success working the ball inside and getting points.
I mean, I guess. To be honest with y'all, honestly, I guess. Like, if you want to consider them tier 2 because you don't believe they had shooters,
You know, he's built like a running
maybe.
back.
I don't know, because, I mean, Wade has such an advantage in this particular game. And for any other tier 2 teams out there, Wade and Shaq are clearly going to have some pretty big advantages.
Here's Wade.
All right. It's not that big of a drop-off to have a defender guard like another good perimeter player or a good scorer.
And the
So
second
it's the case, like DeMar DeRozan has the advantage at the 3 spot, but I'm not really hurting putting James Posey on DeMar DeRozan.
outside ball.
You know, Vucevic is a very good center. I can really live without Shaq and live with Alonzo Mourning guarding that man.
Bring it up for Miami.
Can live easily.
7 points.
And guess what? Those players are still going to give you some production on the other end. Whereas I'm looking at the Bulls, if they don't score and get out on the break,
But 3.
I don't really know where their points are going to come from.
And even with good coverage to
And like I said, I got Posey on DeRozan.
Driving the lane.
I have Wade on Zach LaVine, so where are their points coming from? Alonzo Ball, to be honest with you, everybody that plays Alonzo Ball uses him the way he really plays in real life.
Here's O'Neal.
Myself included. Like, he's a guy that I put out there for defensive purposes, and he's a great passer.
as we've come to expect from him.
I don't really take too many threes with him. I mean, they changed his jump shot from something I like to whatever the hell it is now. It's like really, really slow now, but
Different strokes with different folks.
it is what it
Yeah,
is.
but DA, I love that strategy. Thanks for that story.
But as you see right now, so right now, if you look at it, you got Vucevic guarding Alonzo
The
Mourning.
Heat need to get a shot
I'm
off.
comfortable going down there, you know, you switching off, you put these smaller defenders. I'm comfortable letting Alonzo Mourning eat.
Points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
So if these two teams was to have a playoff series, right? They both Eastern Conference. And obviously they're both playoff teams. Bulls made the playoffs this year. Miami Heat is a
Back to
champion.
ball.
So if they were to play a playoff series, even in today's game, do y'all really think the Heat would lose to the Bulls? Because that's what it comes down to when I'm bringing up these scenarios.
Ball movement here by the
If they was to play in a playoff series, do you believe these championship teams or championship contending
It's
teams
good. He scores.
will
That's his
lose to
first
some of the
basket
teams
after missing his first 2 attempts?
of today?
1 for 3.
like that 94-95 Knicks team that made it to the finals? Do you really believe that they will lose in a playoff series
Here's DeRozan.
to the Oklahoma City Thunder, or what's the East team that's really, really good, or the Orlando Magic? Because that's the same tier that they have them in. Do you believe Patrick Ewing and them would lose in a playoff series to a team that ain't even making the playoffs?
Down low. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for
Because that's what it comes down to.
second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
In my opinion, A lot of things need to get fixed on 2K front. They desperately got to fix strength. They really need to fix strength.
Got 6 points.
There's no way that a lot of these players will hold up Shaq even for a second. There's just no way. One aggressive back down move, guys should be flying out the way or, just committing a foul on Shaq. 'Cause you're not stopping that. And it's very disheartening to somebody who grew up watching Shaq dunk on everything and everybody, every chance he had. I mean, even if you had a pretty solid defender, let's say you had Mutombo on him, like he still would dunk on Mutombo, but sometimes Mutombo can hold his ground. But Shaq had like a little post up. But for me to be going against DeMar DeRozan with Alonzo Mourning and I can't really move him. DeRozan is strong, don't get me wrong, but
super vocal
no.
Guy constantly talking up a storm.
Now, I damn sure don't believe, like, if I don't think Vucevic can really hold up Shaq, anybody underneath him definitely shouldn't do nothing with Shaq. Definitely shouldn't. So, strength they need to fix. Speed they need to fix in the sense of a blow-by, because it's been plenty of times where I'm getting checked by centers and I got like my best foot. Like, I'm pretty sure at some point I had Wade isolated on Vucevic and I could not get around him. Which, that's just bad. I'm just being honest with y'all. That is just really terrible. I mean, speed should play a major role in being able to go around somebody or blow by somebody. And strength should play a major role in finishing through contact, dunking on somebody, things like that. And it's like,
the defense.
I don't know, I guess it's predetermined animations. Like, I believe Lonzo Ball can blow by Jason Williams just as much as I believe Jason Williams can get by Lonzo Ball. Those are two very good ball handlers.
Always a battle when you're.
And this is what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here pushing, like, I should not have to do all that to get by Zach LaVine. Not saying he's a bad defender, but this is Dwayne Wade. Like, his strength alone
Zach LaVine has all the
would make it hard for somebody to just stay in front of him.
Wade gets the bucket.
So that's some of the things I wish they'd fix. I also,
shot after shot.
I don't mind contested shots to a degree. My only problem with contested shots is that I don't want to see a game where one team is hitting them and the other team is missing them. Because to be honest with you, it's too many things that help you shoot. There's badges that help you shoot. You have a whole meter that helps you shoot. Like, I don't want to sit there and watch somebody constantly green in somebody's face while the other person is slightly off and he's just missing everything. Like, it's really bad.
For a more memorable dunk than that.
Also, one thing I want them to start doing in sports games in general is giving us a little bit more time to play. All right, I get the whole 5 minutes, pretty much a 30-minute game. That's what everybody's used to. But if I'm playing a competitive game, I would, to be honest with you, in order to get a little bit more realistic stats, I kind of want 7 minutes to play, and I think 7 minutes is the closest I'm gonna get to what I'm asking for. Because in 7 minutes, your stats is gonna be somewhat similar. All right, it's gonna be somewhat similar. Like, guys are gonna be able to score a certain amount of points. Y'all can improve the game speed. I believe that'll help a lot, but improve the game speed from 50 where it is now to probably about 70. Make sure the threshold is maxed out. The reason why you want the threshold maxed out is because you don't never really want people keeping up with somebody that they shouldn't keep up with. Alright, I don't need the minimum threshold pushed up because
that's a good shot.
First personal foul.
I don't want to have a minimum of 70 to where everybody on the floor has a 70 speed. But I do want the minimum. I want the minimum to be around 50. If you as slow as the slow can be playing basketball, I believe 50 is good. Right? And if you're at 50, there's no way you should be keeping up with people with 95, 96, 97 speed.
Posey's got the lead up to
There's a few guys I believe will have 99 speed. Probably about
In a 7-footer,
5 players I can think of off the top of my head that would have 99 speed, but outside of that,
Walker goes
I mean, other players would be pretty close, so
second shot
that is what it is. Also,
and the layup is good.
why do so many NBA players miss layups on this damn game? And I'm not talking like people make more standing contested layups than they do getting a wide open drive to the bucket and somebody just come over and contest
Six
late.
to shoot. And White slams it in.
Look, like you can dunk that ball right there without it getting blocked. Better than you can,
Keep your head up and be willing to make the next pass.
you know, making Pacific layups.
Here's
See right there, I can make this standing layup all day long, but if I'm going to the bucket to lay the ball in, I miss too many of those for NBA players. I would rather it be the opposite way around. Like if I have a good defender and I time it right, I want to be rewarded.
Not just swinging the ball.
But I mean,
around
some
the
give and
perimeter,
take in that. I ain't saying I gotta score every single time, but some of these layups should be going in, and
the kick out to
the
Walker.
ability just to create
And the dunk by Walker.
a jump shot, create an opening, create a wide open shot. Shoot.
A nice way to
Could
bend
get
that
better.
a little more. You're right.
All right. I'm actually at a point now where as much as I don't like the my player aspect of this year's game,
To the inside.
I'm starting to like the online
Lays it
play.
out off the glass.
Like just a regular game.
And the Heat lead.
A big part of why.
The competition to me, I mean, is about the same. I mean, I'm winning regardless, but I do like the thought that I could actually lose to somebody that is just as skilled at the game as I am.
Timed by Vucevic. Not a sitter who
And I don't feel like I'm being cheated by
White.
a non-existent NBA player, if that makes sense. Y'all know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get beat by a 5'10" guy
disrupting.
with 99
This is called
handle, 99 three-pointer, and the only reason why he's effective on the floor at all is because he can just shoot in your face all damn day.
No good that time.
You know, you can get away with taking bad
So it's
shots.
Miami
I hate that.
holding
So
on to an 11-point cushion as we
But
get ready to take a break.
the regular online players, it might be a dub. Might be a dub. I might have to give it another chance in the future. Again, I won't be getting 2K next season, but unless, of course, like my business just widely takes off to where I now have the time for it, but more than likely I'm gonna just take a year off, focus on building my business. It's a slow grind. I mean, I started in 2002.
The kick out to
We'll
Williams.
see where we at, you know, in 5 or 6 years. Because all I'm focused on is just building up my business, building my brand, so I can do what I want to do. What I want to do in 2K, since we're coming towards the end of this video, I want to be able to get something like this, have the best of the best in there, like the best players of all time, and create a league and play against some other top players just so I can see how people will make their teams. We have a fantasy draft, you draft who you want. I try to have like 36 players in there if I can. I have some expansion teams. Because there's a lot of players. The draft would be long, but it'd be well worth it. And then I also would want to like just take the regular teams as they are and just play a season with them, try to make trades, do like a 5 or 7 year scenario where you just kind of building your team, going with what you got. So yeah, some of the top teams will win in the beginning, but as you progress through the years and get free agents and get draft picks and stuff,
just taking what
it'll
the
get
defense
easier.
allows, and
Like, you
that's
know,
a
your team will
shot
get
you'll
better.
take all night.
You actually have a chance to contend, because one thing we know about sports is every player makes a difference. You know, you get the right players in the right systems with the right coach,
Wade outside.
and you get a little bit of luck, not having a whole bunch of injuries, you'll do pretty good. Well, that's pretty much the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think. Who you taking in the series between this Miami Heat team who won a championship,
Defense they need to cut
or
into
the Chicago Bulls team
Protect the
current
rim,
day.
Greg, a little better.
Alright,
Also, if you can't
just
get
let me know
stops
what
at
you
this
think.
point, it really
I'm
doesn't
curious to hear you
matter
guys'
what you
opinion.
do at
Leave it
the
in the
offensive
comments
end.
section.
Yeah,
And I hope
that
you
old
guys,
adage about being
hey,
too wide
I'm
open,
building
not
slowly
a
but
thing.
surely. I hope
He
you
just
guys
missed
have
it.
been enjoying the content. I appreciate
The
you
reason
guys just
why they
watching.
made
It's been Lethal. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.